Hey YouTube, it's Lee from Creatively on Sunday the 29th of November. Holy heck, it's nearly December. What am I? FLOSSTUBE number 52. So thanks for watching me. Thanks for coming along. If you're new, some random video about cross stitch, I guess, and other stuff, and it's very unstructured and very not professional. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying your morning coffee. To my viewers who enjoy me for some reason, or a morning cup of coffee, so yay. So yeah, it's been a busy week, and suddenly the sunshine's come out. Today we had rain. We must be close to record rainfall for November, since records were taken back in the 1900 somethings. Beautiful day yesterday. Did a lot of outside stuff, which mostly involved taking a whole lot of grass and weeds. That my lovely neighbours came over and helped me attack some of the weeds that had got away on me with their, I don't know, loppers, big scissory things. So I filled up the car yesterday and took a load to the green waste up at the landfill, so that was good. And I filled up my bin, and I was going to go out there and do a little bit more today, but it's too wet at the moment, so we'll take that as a good excuse. Was crazy I worked some long hours last week, so I didn't get to stitch every day, which makes me sad, but it is what it is. Just some random bits and pieces. Dad's doing good. I just talked to him on the phone. Our phone conversations tend to be quite short because he is on a diuretic, which means he always has to run off to the bathroom. Lucky Dad. But he's doing okay. He's doing pretty good. Said my stepmother is, yeah, her Alzheimer's is certainly rapidly, it's accelerating. They've got her on some meds, which means she seems a lot happier at the moment, not up to crying and stuff. But he wouldn't be surprised if she only has months left, really. So it's kind of like at that point where, you know, it's a matter of time, and we kind of hope that time is sooner rather than later, because she's not there anymore. The person that we knew, you know, the Pam that we knew has gone, and she's just in her own little world. Not even sure it's even in a world. Still, yeah, it's quite sad. But anyway, what else has happened? Oh, I'm hoping to get some landscaping done in the new year, which definitely grass, and then some garden beds put in. I need a dude with a digger and a whole lot of dirt. But I was also hoping to get some of the other bits and pieces done that are on my plan, like a deck and a pane paving. And I had a guy come around and give me an initial ballpark figure, which was fine. It was, you know, but I need firm quotes to go to the bank. They want to know exactly how much. And he just called me, and he's done some stuff, and it's double what his ballpark was, close to double. And it's too much. It's too much for me right now. So I have to sit down and do some figuring and decide. Like, basically, I definitely have to get a quote from somewhere else for the deck, because he quoted something like 28 grand for the deck, and it's gonna be, what, 300 mil off the ground. It's not that massive. I'm just like, no, surely not. So I've got to get another quote for that. But I think the deck may be off the list. So that's fine. I may just do concrete for now. I can always retrofit a deck if and when I win the lotto. Like paving would cost probably about 3 grand versus 28 grand. Even though I really, really would like a deck, it's it's too much money. I just don't have, it's just too much money. So I've got to go through and kind of work out, there's some things where I can lower some. He's quoted for some quite high raised gardens. I probably don't want them that high anyway, so if I have the height, that's going to half the dollar amount. So yeah, I kind of have to work through that. Yeah, that's going to take a bit of work. Anyway, it's a bit of a shock to the system, but it's okay. So we really don't want to find 60 grand for some stuff. That's not even any plants, so I need to rein it in, I guess, or certainly get some other quotes and see if I talk to my friend who has access to a digger, whether they can do some of the works for me for sort of some cash, and I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm figuring. So I really have to rein in the old spending on my hobbies. Not that I spend that much, but I put, you know, my couple of couple of clubs on hold until I sort out what I'm doing. I do have enough fabric right now, and go back to just ordering fabric for projects as I need it, rather than just enjoying beautiful things coming. That being said, I did get some beautiful things come. So I've got my my fabric of the month from Country Stitch was, I'm taking it out of the fabric, I'm not taking it out of the plastic, can't be bothered. Hydrangea, this is 35 count. I may order it again in 32 count at some stage for another project, I'm not sure. It's got a little bit of greeny in it. Yeah, so hydrangea, I'm gonna take it out of the plastic. I'm so full of crap. Okay, let's show you the pretty side. Well, they're both pretty. So it has lovely, oh, that's actually really good. This is a good angle, it turns out, facing the kitchen. So you've got bits of lavender and bits of hints of greeny blue. It's pretty. This is very pretty. Okay, I think now that I've opened it, I will be ordering this in 32 count at some stage. I've decided. So that was my my club bit of fabric. I also ordered for a project which I haven't shown you yet, I'll wait till I kit it up, the Taupō in 32 count linen. So this is, I had a sample of this, a small cut from the retreat. And this is just stunning. Isn't it stunning? Oh my gosh. I just want to go, this is edible, it's so beautiful. It's probably not showing as green as it is on the camera, but often what I see on the screen is not what it looks like in the video, so who knows. But anyway, it's called it's Taupō in Māori, but that's how you spell it for people who are not of this land. So yeah, it's a fat quart in 32 count Belfast. I think it's beautiful, and I do have a project for this, and I might start it in December, because why not? I'm not asking you to answer. And I also got another skein of Oscar. So I needed Oscar for my berry bowl sampler. Judith, this is already on its way to me. Judith also sent me some Oscar in the mail, so I appreciate that. Judith, I can pay you back. We can talk about that next weekend when I visit. And I don't have it here, but Judith also sent me another little piece of 55 count, the not 55 count, 55 count linen, because she did. Something else that came in the mail, which was a very big surprise, because I had given up on it. You may recall, way back in May, I won some giveaways on Fortnite Fabrics. I don't know what they're, well, married in, I think it was Married with Stitches. Married with Stitches. Christian and Derek did a extravaganza. I can't remember what the reason was, because it was 6 months ago. They did a whole lot of giveaways, and I happened to be working from home because we were in the middle of lockdown, and I just entered, they had, it was like a Facebook Live, I think, and or YouTube Live, I can't remember. And they asked a whole lot of quiz questions, and it was fastest fingers first, and I won a couple of things. And then because they were sending these things all the way to me, I said to them, look, I'm happy to pay for postage if, you know, can you dye me a piece of fabric? Because they weren't dyeing on demand by then. They were doing some auction dyes, but they weren't doing, and then they were like, oh, well, actually, we're about to launch our first range where you can order from the website, which was their boho collection. And so here's a sneaky peek if you want to buy a piece of fabric. So I said, yeah, I'll buy a piece of fabric. And then they said, well, we're still going to ship for free because you won some stuff. So anyway, that parcel entered the US postal system on the 30th of May, and it arrived possibly yesterday or Friday. I only noticed it yesterday because it was on my front doorstep and I don't go in now my front door. So yeah, it is dated, somewhere on here's a date. Yeah, date of mailing. I don't care if you see my address. There's my address. You can see taking donations for landscaping. Somewhere up here is 30. Yeah, it's the 30 May, right? And then it was last seen being processed through supposedly departing Vietnam on the 9th of June. So it got to Vietnam within a week, and I have no idea where it's been since. I had a look at, I've been checking tracking periodically. I'd given it up for lost, although, you know. So when it arrived yesterday, I went, oh, so I went and had a look at the tracking. It arrived in New Zealand. I don't know what today, I just said today, 29th, 28th. Must have been delivered on Friday. It arrived in New Zealand on the 25th of November, and it got delivered to me on the 26th of November. So it must have been on my doorstep overnight on Friday. Anyway, what did I get? Okay, so the irony is that two of these things were going to be for a mystery box giveaway swap thing at the retreat, but because they didn't arrive, I just didn't do a box because I didn't want to buy more stuff. This may be a future giveaway. So I won, I didn't know what I was winning when I answered the question. I won a little 6x6 Q-snap. Actually, no, I'm going to give this to a friend who's just started stitching again. So I might give this to her. She uses a hoop. I might see if she wants to try the little Q-snap. So yeah, it's not going to be a giveaway. Well, it is. I'm going to give it to a friend though. So it's a little 6-inch Q-snap, and I don't use them. And then I also won, I should open it. Crinkle, crinkle. I love crinkles. Oh, whatever, people don't like it, they won't watch, will they? So it's Fortnite Fabrics, and it's 18 count Aida, and it's in this lovely. So they do fat 8s. Oh, what does this smell like? There's a slight. Interesting. It's not hideous, it's not unpleasant, but it's weird. It's kind of a cross between sandalwood and a chemical. So that is this fabric, 18 count. So I was going to give that away. Now that I missed my mystery box swap, I don't know, I might just hang on to it for a little while, because it is kind of interesting. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. And then I ordered, because I felt kind of guilty that I always feel guilt when people do giveaways and then have to pay the horrendous shipping price to New Zealand. I ordered 36 counts linen in the colourway Eccentric Sky, which was one of their boho collection bits. And it is really lovely. Like they're quite variegated. So I do generally I prefer this kind of like with just the soft, muted, blendy. However, sometimes you want a really bold variegation, and my hoity toity, which is in Fijoa, is very motley, blotchy, but it is similar smell. It is quite nice though. It's quite a bluey toned blue. I don't know what I'm going to stitch on this. I did have something in mind, but honestly it's 6 months ago and I don't remember. So, not sure. It'll just go in the pile. So, it's quite nice. I do recommend their fabric. It will apparently eventually turn up. I think I just was really unlucky about when it was shipped in the midst of COVID craziness. So, I was very surprised that that finally turned up after 6 months. So, it's restored my hope in the general postal system, and my Victorian Motto stuff is still on its way. I think it's left the States. Looks like it went through, I don't know where the planes go from Chicago. So it left Chicago International Airport. No, it said it went through the international something at Chicago on the 26th. I think then it just says it's on its way to the destination. But you never know whether that's the next destination or whether it's this destination. So we'll see. But it's certainly progressed. Right, what have I stitched on this week? So that's everything there. So the only thing, yeah, that's everything there. I can't find... So, because I got Oscar, I was able to carry on and finish the berries on my berry bowl sampler, which is on 36 Heritage Sampler Linen from Victorian Motto Sampler Shoppe, stitching it with a partial conversion of stuff I had and stuff I bought for it. And I haven't ironed anything, I don't have my board, I haven't got time. All of the berries are complete. Oh, it's so cool. And I still don't know what I'm doing in that centre cartouche. I found a lyric that I think I want, but it won't fit. It's too long. So I'm using my charting software to try and make it fit. I certainly using a font similar to what's on the chart. You can only fit about 6 words in, and I've got about 30 words. So I might chart it and do a small backstitch yet. Just a simple backstitch font. I'm still working through that. I just want it not to say what it says on the chart. So, I don't know. I had hoped to get it finished because all I've got to do is the whatever I'm going to put in the middle, and then supposedly initials and date. But anyway, I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I have that. That chart will be, I will pass the stash on that chart at some stage in the next little while, but I won't be doing it today because stay tuned, I've got my giveaway from my video number 50. Giveaway will be at the end. But anyway, berry bowl sampler almost finished. If I can get my A into G, I should get that. I have to work out what I'm going to write in there. Like it's going to take like 2 hours to finish, you know what I mean? Then I picked up my little bag that, I should show my bags, right? So this is a bag I made, which has got a nautical-ish sort of mappy thingy on it. Just a vinyl front bag. They're a bit floppy because I didn't spend lots of money on firm innards. Yeah. Then this is the bag that Christine gave me when she stayed with me during the retreat. Thank you, Christine. I have a couple of small projects in here and I worked on both of them. First one, no, maybe I did this, no, I showed this last week, didn't I? Okay. It has my A Year of Blackwork sal from Peppermint Purple in it, but I think I showed that last week. Did I show this last week? If I didn't show this last week, I finished that. Bottom, that's like one more row to go. If I did show it last week, you've seen it again. I feel like I did show it last week because I remember ironing it, and I only ironed to show. So, but I've got the flosses in there ready for the last row. That's the last row of colours. And what's that? If you want to go buy it, it's free, but it's on here. There's a Facebook page. I think it's called Peppermint Purple Sal. I have no idea. And then I yesterday picked up this freebie chart that I don't know if it's a legit chart. It's probably like from a Russian website. It is from a Russian website, but I printed it and started it before I printed it when I was naive. But anyway, if you go looking for it, you can find it. It's some unknown thing. Apologise if it's been stolen. It has roosters on it. I just wanted something little that I could try the 50. I mean, I had it. I picked it to work on this, to stitch on the 55, not 55 count. So I started the second rooster. He's a little bit headless right now. So I've got a headless chicken, and I struggled a bit. So I think that I've got to be really, really in the mood. I also might need to get some +2s or I might need to get a slightly stronger reading glass to do this, because it's just tricky. It's okay stitching, it's just tricky when you want to count across. It's like, whoa. But when you're stitching it, you kind of get used to, because it's a reasonably even weave of a fabric. So I have no trouble stitching, like, you know, across year 1 and then miss 1, 2, miss 1, whatever. It's when you want to count. So when I was going from here to here, or trying to, how do I start? I started counting across this way, and I was like, whoop, no, let's start here and count down. It was much easier to count down 4 than to count across 11. That's hard on this 55 count, which is, when I measured it, it's about 56 by 60 count. It's not a square. But I plugged away a little bit more. I was trying to get that rooster done, that chicken done, and I just couldn't. So this will eventually get, I'm going to teal coffee dye it once I'm finished it, to give it a real agey, grungy look. I'm stitching it with just sewing cotton, the Gütermann 100% cotton, and it's the colorway 2074. So that, a little bit of the chicken. So I've decided that when I pick this up, I'm just going to stitch 3 or 4 lengths of cotton and then put it away again. That way I won't go completely crazy, because it is a bit of a challenge, but I do want to finish it. What else did I do? Oh, I had a new start. This is all out of order, but I don't really care. I bought this a while ago. I bought this when it first came out, and it is, and I've got the first, I don't know what I'm saying. You get 2 parts of this, so it's a purchase sale, like you buy it. It's Turkish Tiles by Peppermint Purple, and you get 2 tiles released every fortnight, I think it is. I decided to start it. So the last part comes out 14 December. So finally decided to start it. I changed my threads again. I'm stitching it on 28 count Lugana from my stash. No idea what the colour is, don't know where it came from. Yes, 28 count, and I'm using my colour conversion DMC 3750, 3752 and 922. So started on the 23rd of November. And I have got the top row done. Might just double it. And it's quite a fun stitch, and I love it on this neutral browny, whatever, taupey fabric rather than on white, because I just have this thing with me and white. Bright white just freaks me out. So it's quite interesting to do. Once you get most of the black work's fine. I just find I start somewhere and I go round and then I go round and I do each layer. And I am really enjoying it. So I made the blues are slightly less bright than what the pattern called for, and I swapped the very dull tanny colour because on white for the orange. So I'm very happy with it. So I started it and I'm a quarter of the way done, and then I'm not going to try and finish it by the end of the year. That's just felt like doing something different and using up some fabric that I had no plans for from my stash, and it's in this little bag which I made. This is one of my first bags I made, I think, where I made a mistake because this strip was supposed to be this fabric and I cut it wrong, but oh, whatever. So that is that done. And then I decided I needed to pick up my Quaker Seasons of Friendship from Dye to Stitch, which I'm stitching on 40 count fog linen from Country Stitch with DMC and Gast. I started this in January. I want to try and finish it in January. We'll see. That's my colour. My colour theme is from Red Blossoms from Stitch Palettes, and this top colour is represented by the fabric, and then I'm stitching these DMC, and then this bottom 379 I swapped for Gentle Art Soot. And because I've got some counting errors in the bottom half, and I want the middle to line up, as in where the two motifs split, I want that to line up at the top. I worked out where this middle one needed to move over by one, so I've started there, and I'm going to work my way. I'll show you part of the chart because you won't be able to stitch it from all of the chart, but where am I? So bow Soot glue everything on this side. So basically where this line is here, that's everything's going to be moved over one, and the other ones are going to be, they won't have to be moved over once. Everything has to be moved over one stitch, staggered it around, that way this lines up with the one at the bottom. So working my way through that. So here we go. I basically have just stitched that bit since you last saw it. And I'm going to go up and finish that middle one and then work my way either way. Just so that way I'm happy that that middle one lines up. But I want all the edges to line up, and everything else can move a stitch or two, it doesn't really matter. But I've got two errors in here where so I stuffed up down here, I stuffed up in this motif, there's an extra stitch, which is why this is all shifted over, and then somewhere down here I skipped a stitch. So essentially it's 2 stitches wider than it's called for, so I work my way this way, and I'll work, so basically from the middle I'll work this way and that way. Like this side's fine, the error's here and somewhere over here. So yeah, I just want the edges to line up. That's all I care about, otherwise it can be as wonky as all heck, and it will be, but yeah, that's pretty cool. No reason why I can't finish it, because, you know, I stitch fast, but we'll see. We'll see how we go, no pressure. Doesn't have to be by my birthday, because it was my birthday start last year. It just would be nice to get it finished in January, especially if I'm going to save the stitches on the 1st, because that's quite a big piece. Oh, I won't put that away because I'm still stitching it. So despite having not stitched, I think Thursday night, Friday, definitely Thursday night and Wednesday night, I think I didn't stitch because I got home really late both nights. And only having one, yeah, I don't know, got a little bit done. And that's my stitching. I'm still loving my scissors, by the way. These are the ones I paid. I think actually they were $38. I think I said they were $34. I love the sound. Oh, it's just like butter. They are beautiful to cut with. Nice big finger holey things, because some scissors are too small. They are this really nice scissors. Can't remember the brand, the Italian brand. So that's my stitching. Don't know what my plans are going to be. Just carry on, really. Who knows? Probably have 3 new starts for all you know. And I do have my giveaway. So a couple of videos ago, I had a giveaway to acknowledge a year of FLOSSTUBE for me, my 50th video, and reaching 200 subscribers. And there were some instructions. You had to mention, write a comment about my videos, watching my video, liking my video, hey, whatever. It had to have the word video in it. I just did the random draw before. I'm using my iPhone to record, so I did it before I started the video. Took a screenshot of it, and I'm going to insert it here. So look up if you want to know if you won. Congratulations, Christine George. So I was really thrilled to see that Christine won it, because that's Christine who stayed with me and who gave me this bag. And she gave me 2 bags, but that's the one I'm using for that project at the moment. What am I giving away? So Christine, just give me an email or a private message or something at some stage. We'll organise. It's a giveaway. Is going to be a voucher or a gift card at a stitching store. Either it's going to be around $20 US, 25 New Zealand. I haven't actually done the math to work out exactly what it is, but it'll be around $20 US. So it can be in a US store like 123 Stitch or wherever, or it could be a New Zealand store, like Ribbon Rose, or with Catherine at Country Stitch or wherever. So yeah, I'll liaise with Christine around where she would like that, and we can hook her up. So I'm really pleased. So thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for commenting on my 50th video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your stitching, keep safe, and we'll see you next week. Ciao. Oh, don't let your needles rust.